guys, in this video I want to show you how to play a chord melody arrangement of a great classic tune, House of the Rising Sun. This is a cool old song in the key of A minor. It's a waltz, 3/4 time, and we're going to be using some of our flamenco techniques to do this, but first... So let's look at the chords first. We're at A minor chord, then we're going to C, D major, then to an F chord. We'll play this big fat bar here. Then we're back to A minor, then to C again, and then to E, or better yet, E7. That's kind of the first half of the progression. Then we're back to A minor again, then C, D major to F. This time for the final ending is A minor to E7, and then back to A minor again. So this is a waltz. We've got 3 beats per measure. We could simply go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's kind of boring. Let's use a flamenco technique for this. So if you've seen some of my other videos for Malagueña, for example, you could cram Malagueña, by the way, right into this.
There is a house in you.
Might sound kind of weird, but we'll try that in a minute. But the rhythm for that could be this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in other lessons I've talked about the rumba, which might go like this: 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and... One of many ways to play a rumba. But if we just cut out the 4th beat, just get rid of it entirely, we would have 1, triplet, 2, and nothing on 3, and 1. Or slap. When you switch chords, it's most important to get to the chord on time. So if you leave a little bit early, that's totally fine. Nobody's going to notice. And I was doing that all over the place right there. Now let's look at the single note melody for this. We have A, B, C, high E, D, and then to A. Okay. Then we go up to this high A. That's 5th fret A to a G note to open E. That's happening over the E chord. Then again we go to this high A, then G, down to D, A, C, that's over the F chord there, and then we go A, G sharp, E, and then back to A. So each of these notes is played over a specific chord. So if you can think of what those chords are as you're playing the melody, that's going to take us one step further to understanding how to put them together. One more time, here's the whole melody. So to put these together and still have this groove going, at the beginning of this video I started with A minor, E7, and I hammered on that G sharp, that's the note in the chord, and then back to A minor, just as a little intro, like that. You can also play the first beat of every measure when you're strumming, the root of the chord, if you can do that. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, now we're going to use this technique of arpeggio in the right hand, going like this: ring, middle, index. Here and there. So it all depends on what string we're on. So we start on this A, so here's an A minor chord. So when you're doing a chord melody, we most of the time want the melody note to be the highest note. So we can't play the rest of the chord. We're stuck with whatever is physically, as guitarists, above that note, which is harmonically below it. So we can't play the first or second string. So we're gonna go. Now I'm on a C chord. There's the melody that we played, and we got a C chord here, and we're just kind of trying to arpeggiate towards the ceiling is kind of the groove here. I'm going ring, middle, index, if you know romanza. Gotta know that one, I always bring that up. That's kind of the technique that we're using, a reverse arpeggio, A-M-I. Now we're playing, I've changed this chord a little bit because we lost the high F sharp note. When I played D at the beginning, there's F sharp in the D chord, but we can't play higher than the melody, and the melody is this D note, so we're flipping it down here. This is just an inversion of D major. And it sounds nice and full, and we're gonna bring that F sharp down to F as we play the F chord. So I think that sounds pretty cool. We're going. And then there's our F chord. We can put this finger in here. Now go up here to A with your pinky and put your ring finger here This is a nice little way to play an A minor chord with a B note that's A minor add 9. So we're going like that. Bring it down here or use another finger and put C in the bass. Now we have a C major 7th chord. It's kind of a jazzy way to play that. This song's not a jazzy song, but I think that sounds nice in this key. So we're going, and then we do this. There's 2 ways to do this. At the beginning, you should play D7 over F sharp this way. And a second ago, I just did it like this. It doesn't matter here. But at the beginning, if you don't do it this way, you're going to be stuck. We really want to have this guide finger, let's call it, down so we can get to that F note. So again, we have. So there's our melody, dun, dun, and we can bar this. Get all the fingers down if you want, if you can get them there in time, and then you can hit those strings if you want. We have our A again. This ends up being a power chord, meaning there's no third in it. It's just the root 5th and the root again, because those are the strings that we're stuck with, because we don't want to play higher than the melody note. And the melody note again is this A that we started with. G sharp, a little E chord right there. And at the beginning of this video, I slid up to this A, but you could just stay here where you are and play that with the A string. So in this key of A minor, which also could be construed as E Phrygian if we flip our perspective a little bit, we could cram in the Malagueña theme.
They call the rising sun.
And just as nylon string guitarists, we should know that theme. You might not like the way that this fits, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's look at Malagueña. Open, low E, G sharp, and then B. Open A, C, B, A, G, 3rd fret, 1st fret, and then we're back again. That's the riff. Now you can play a high E string in between all of those, a free stroke in between all those thumb strokes. The second time around, it goes up. 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now if you can do it, it's kind of a big stretch, play E7 and just hit more of the chord, do block chords. We're going to play a piece of A minor like this. Arpeggiate if you want. So I hope you like this chord melody arrangement. This is a great old song. We're using some cool flamenco techniques here, and in this video I'm going to show you every single Spanish guitar technique for the right hand.